Hey everybody, I do apologize for looking a little bit disheveled today, but still, a lot to go over and everything else. Because I have a lot to go over, I do have my Wild Bill's mug here, and it's full of fluid so I can keep my mouth nice and moist to speak to you guys. And there's a couple things before we begin. It's number one, no secret that I'm a gamer. That's number one. It's no secret that I am a member of Team Green. For those who don't know, that means I am an Xbox fanboy. If you want to call me a fanboy in the comments, sure, go ahead. Number two, I am low income. With part of the topics I'm going into today, I will go into how you too can save money with whether you're low income or not. For more details, I will post a link in the comments in regards to the video explaining how you could save even more money, being, how things are. So, also, it's no secret that I am for true crossplay. I'm not advocate. True crossplay is my term. Meaning that games that are out there I love that fact. I might not enjoy the game, but I love the fact that it's true crossplay. That means folks on every platform can be invited to play together. Meaning, I'm of the aspect of, if you enjoy playing on PlayStation or PC through Steam or Epic or Xbox or Nintendo, you should, if you enjoy, hey, good for you. And I understand that jumping platforms just to play one or two games can be hard, and you don't want to leave your ecosystem. I get that. I understand that. I'm the same way. And true crossplay is, let's say, Borderlands 4, Helldivers, where I can give a friend on PC or PlayStation a code. They enter in that code on their side of things, and we could all play, and therefore through Discord, Facebook, Messenger, call, talk to each other. So, and it's no secret that I have a certain, I won't say hatred, but disdain or disgust for Clownfish TV. I brought him up a couple times in the past when I've done walkthroughs of 4-state, because when Clownfish does walkthroughs, they tend to ignore things, etc., etc., etc. But what Clownfish also has a tendency to do is they'll write their own articles in a very condescending way to everybody, and glossing over a lot of context and making themselves very, if not grifting, very right-wing, or aspect of not knowing what's going on. And therefore they'll go on, fire up their cameras, make a video referencing themselves or using themselves as a reference like it's true, and they just gloss over a whole mess of things. So it makes them a very unreliable narrator a lot of times versus those that are actually following stuff like video games, D&D, Magic of the Gathering, and so forth and so on, because they don't really know. And yes, I'm going to be talking about Tim Pool a little bit, because but not so much, because Tim Pool, in my eyes, is more of a political commentator than a pop culture commentator like Clownfish TV is. But we're going to talk about him a little bit because he does touch on every now and again pop culture. But again, political commentator, I don't agree with a lot of what he says or what's posted on his channels. That's him. That's what he posts on his channel is his viewpoint. I don't have to agree with it. And if you don't agree with it, fine. But if you agree with Clownfish or Tim Pool, put it in the comments down below, because hey, that's you're right, and it helps the video algorithmically. But also, there are a couple of things in regards to that. Let's try to get into it. First things first, and that is in regards to news, and this is where we're going to bring up Timmy Pool. Because it's been a busy month in regards to video game news, if not a little bit more, we're going to try to expand things to about 2 months, maybe 3, for at least this topic, because it came across my desk that Valve, or should I say Steam, for those of you out there that might not know, got hit from a lawsuit from New York State in regards to gambling. And Tim did a video about a month ago or so in regards to that aspect. And what he didn't tell his viewers that watched, that also part of that lawsuit in New York against Steam, Valve, was that they wanted Steam to require users, that means you, me, anybody that has a Steam account, to present a ID in order to purchase games. Yes, I understand this is a Weiss supermarket shopping cart, but I just need a little prop. Now, I understand Tim's thoughts in regards to it, and in some ways I could see his points in regards to why the gambling aspect can be brought up, but glossing over the fact that using an ID is kind of not really telling his listeners the full thing. Whether he knew or not, I don't know. But I'm of two minds of the ID thing. One, I understand that over the past few years, governments and not just governments, like the United States government and other companies that have been holding that photo ID for places like Steam, Discord, Reddit, and etc., have been hacked, and therefore information can be leaked out, sold, etc. Therefore, presenting your ID can be a bad thing. But I also, on the other side of things, where there are YouTubers, Instagram, TikTokers, streamers that are on Twitch, Kick, Rumble, YouTube, that have OnlyFans, and they also have Discord channels, and there could be those Discords could have adult content attached to them. Yes, I've seen a few, and I left a few because of that. Yeah, that means anybody who is a minor that could go into that thing, that Discord channel, and see adult content or stuff that's not safe for work. As well as, if you know the right keywords, you could be, and on Reddit you could see adult content as well, and therefore, yes, an ID can be beneficial. And also, might I bring up, there are games that are rated M. That means that the people purchasing this have to be 17 and up. And there have been many a times I've seen parents whine, bitch, complain to folks at GameStop or video game stores that how dare they sell games like GTA and Call of Duty, which are RM rated games, to their child when they have this much violence, adult content, and so forth and so on. Well, you bought the game, you gave it to your child, so therefore, yeah. And you get because a lot of folks are buying games digitally because, well, they own a system like this that is completely digital, doesn't have a disk drive. How do they know that the game is rated M and can have adult content? Well, it's mentioned. I've bought many games through Xbox Live or the Xbox Live store, and they tell me that, yeah, it's rated M and is for 17 and up. So, yeah. Now, this is where we're going to be bitching about Clownfish TV or not, but let's get into it, because I have, again, I stated I'm an Xbox fanboy. One of the things that we've been hearing about lately through Xbox is that I think her name is Asha Sharma. Um, if I'm mispronouncing her name, I do apologize. But she's been trying her best to kind of course correct and dig Xbox out of the hole it put themselves in over the past, I don't know, 10 plus years, 10, 12 years. And trying to, yes, I understand, it's a very deep hole. Has Xbox done a lot of things right? No, for everything right they've done at least 10 things wrong. And as some have stated, they have stepped on that rake and thus hit themselves square in the face. But she is at least trying right now, and the first thing she has done is reduce the cost of Game Pass Ultimate down to $24, which is roughly $6 a month, which is good. She did say that in order to help reduce that cost, Call of Duty will not be on Game Pass day one. You know what? That's a sacrifice we're all going to have to take, especially if we don't play Call of Duty. So I don't blame that. So I haven't played Call of Duty since Cold War. But another thing she did was, now this is where we start to get to bash Clownfish TV. And one of the things, I know it's not going to come up on camera too well, is that see how Xbox here is all caps? And not to mention, you saw me with this stack of Xbox games, Xbox One games. And let's see here. Let's turn this around to here. You might notice on each one of these games, Xbox is in caps. I know it's probably backwards on your screen, but one of the things she posted up was a poll. Should it be Xbox, like how it is on these cases, or should it be Xbox, meaning capital X, lowercase b, O, X? In essence, asking, should we be more aligned with the brand, how it is, or should it be more lines of grammar in regards to posting things on Facebook, X, Instagram, so forth, and so on in the description. And the fans all said, make it match the brand. Okay, and she went, okay, so now it's Xbox. And one of the other things she did is, okay, instead of going away from the all-white logo, like we've been seeing since, I believe, the days of the 360, she decided to go to the original Xbox logo. And when I've been seeing, some people have been complaining about, oh, she's going back. Well, before you guys and gals out there from Team Blue want to complain about it, hey, guess what PlayStation did for their anniversary? They initially did the original logo, had, I believe they had the original startup screen, and you could still have the original sound when you boot up your PS5. I don't know about the PS4, but at least with the PS5 you could have the original sound, original PlayStation sound when you boot up. You could do that. So, Xbox kind of doing something similar with the original logo, and having that original logo on your desktop or the original type of ordeal as dynamic background on your Xbox console. Yeah, fine. I get it. Understand. It's a way of acknowledging the old heads like me. So, and for those out at PlayStation, when they did that for you guys, it's acknowledging the old heads that are on your platform. So, and one of the things that Clownfish TV kind of did was, oh, they don't understand, why did they do this? Well, excuse me, branding, that's why. They want, now should we continue with branding or go with grammar? And fans decided. So, Clownfish, they preferred communicating with the fans is how you bring back fans. Now, again, those of you on Team Blue, I understand. You don't want to transfer to PlayStation from PlayStation to Xbox because of various things. I get it. I understand. Now, here's where we get to continue bashing. Excuse me. Clownfish TV for a lot of what they're doing. One of the things that they said, son of them, is because recently PlayStation brought up the aspect of they're increasing the console costs again. This is no surprise. Xbox has done the same, and it's happening on the PC end as well. And what Clownfish TV does not understand is multiple things can be true at the same time. Because they came out in one of their videos, oh, they don't understand, they keep changing the excuses. And they act all in regards to giving the excuse and acting like they don't know. And it's true, they don't know. Multiple things can be true at once. And it's, granted, it comes off as an excuse because companies like Microsoft and PlayStation want to see that line go up. Not like this, like that. And the cost of buying these brand new is 2 reasons. And it's not market conditions. We'll get into that in a moment with the next little aspect. The reason why the cost of this brand new, whether it be a Series S, X, or PS5 or PS5 Pro. The reason why they're going up is not just tariffs. That's why they went up back last year for a little bit instead of going down. Now it's because of RAM and GPU chip prices. So, both of them are true. They went up because the tariffs are still in effect. Will they go away if tariffs went still a bye-bye? No, because corporations like Microsoft and PlayStation want that line to go up. The other reason, again, is AI data centers, where a lot of the memory and chips for RAM and GPUs are going. And it's increasing the costs on consoles and PC. Now, it's been affecting PCs more so than consoles over the past few years. It's not until this past year or two where we've been seeing consoles getting hit versus strictly PCs. So, yeah, 2 things can be true at the same time. And one thing's that, now here's where I am on, for those of you on the Team Blue side, Team PlayStation side, I am on your side. That's right, I am on your side. Because, granted, it could be the aspect of thumbnail rage bait. Heck, we've done it kind of too as well. In essence, Clownfish TV, in one of their recent videos, they gave a thumbnail calling all of you chuds. That's right. I'm going to say they called you chuds because that's the language they chose to call you. A chud. And the title that they put in that thumbnail was Pay the Tax Chud. Pretty much, they were talking about how Sony or PlayStation is increasing the price of the PSN by $1. From what I hear from some of my other sources, they were right. It's increased by $1. But the aspect of the video, I'm going to bring up the title of the video, is Sony screws PlayStation owners again. But as you can see, that's the thumbnail Clownfish TV chose. Granted, they could claim that that's what Sony is calling you guys, chuds. But in reality, it's Clownfish calling y'all chuds. I will never call you guys chuds on this table, on this channel. Never, ever, ever. As stated in this video, if you have a sizable library on your PlayStation, and that's the reason why you don't want to go to Steam or Xbox, fine. I get it. And one of the things that they bring up is I gotta see the video a little bit more, other than a few seconds into it, is that they're bringing up, they're falsifying player counts. They can say that. The reason why I'm saying that is that it's a half truth in regards to the player counts on PSN, is because we saw it back in the days of Helldivers 2, when Helldivers first came on Steam and Epic Play. It was, but I'll refer to Steam because that's the main news I heard it on. What happened was, when Helldivers 2 came on Steam, it went from PlayStation exclusive to no longer a PlayStation exclusive to be on Steam. And what did PlayStation do? Guess what, Steam users? In order to play this game, you have to create a PSN. That's right, you have to create a PSN account in order to play this game. That's right, they did it so they could turn to their investors and say, we have a lot more growth in our ecosystem. Congratulations. So, in a way, is it true? Yes. They've done it before. They forced people to sign into or create PlayStation accounts. That's why I think to this day, Helldivers 2 is not sold in a lot of countries, because you can't sign into a PlayStation. You can't sign into a PlayStation account. And if you do, you could get in trouble. I'm not sure exact reasons why, but if things have changed, please let me know in the comments down below. Now, like I said, you guys are not chuds. And another thing that they, I won't say brought up, I'm bringing this up because they want more people in the, again, Clownfish is a bunch of dicks. I don't like them. I don't like how they're treating you as a fan. I don't like how they treat me as a fan about certain things. And one of the other things that they have brought up, I won't say they, other sources, and that's in regards to PlayStation also making the announcement that they're going to try to do a lot of bring back exclusives, and in order to bring people to their platform. Raising prices is not going to bring people to your platform. Console exclusive, when your console is at times between, instead of less than $500 right now, because it's towards the end of the lifespan, it's now close to $1,000 for that brand new console off the shelf at Walmart, Target, Best Buy, wherever. Yeah, you're not inviting people into, and when they find out in order to play, they have to be charged $24 or more to get this stuff, and having limited benefits. Now, this comes from, again, where Clownfish TV will just constantly go back to the Kotaku well, or the comicbook.com well. I'm going completely different and going to pushsquare.com. This is in regards to, I heard context, I needed context, and I found context, because I heard in regards to some people saying, hey, PlayStation stated that they are not, or it's just a piece of plastic without content. Now, let me give you the full quote. Now, this again comes from pushsquare.com. Go back a paragraph, and they're talking about another interview that they're making reference to, and it says here. I'll go back a previous paragraph. The Switch 2 is sold on the strength of Mario and Pokemon, meaning first-person games. PS5 is all about GTA and Call of Duty. It's something the company has openly acknowledged in an interview with the game business. Although the boss of second and third party at PlayStation executive Christian Stevenson, is very much focused on a particular pillar of the ecosystem. Note from me, that's true. How many times have you seen games, I'm going to pull it up here, like Titanfall 2, have certain, I won't say Titanfall, like Call of Duty or Titanfall have exclusives on PlayStation but not on Xbox. That's one of the reasons. Next, and continue. Describing PlayStation as a very third-party focused, he explained. Now here's where the quote is. If you talk to PlayStation CEO Nishino-san, I'm probably butchering the name, please forgive, who is very background-led. Let me restart here. If you talk to PlayStation CEO Nishino, again I apologize, san, who has a very product-led background, he'll say PlayStation is just a plastic box without content. And third parties are the lion's share of the content. So it's critical that we continue to lean in and drive and be ambitious and bring new voices to the platform. If we ever stop doing that, the industry will stop growing. We have, as an industry leader, a responsibility to continue to drive and push and to grow the whole industry, not just our own business. Quote ends. Article continues. Stevenson continued that first party is about setting the bar for its platform, and it regularly demonstrates content to its partners to show them what the best-in-class experience should be on its hardware. On the topic of first-party influencing third-party, he added, we do have some beta first-party functionality that is being built on behalf of the first-party side and is really going to trickle out and become increasingly available to our third parties on a selective basis. But more often than not, it goes the other way. We're building things for third party, which first party will be able to take advantage of. And there is a couple of programs our teams have been working on for a while, and that I can't talk about, and yet that will be best-in-class examples. We'll talk about that next year. What that could mean is that it could mean the PS6, the PlayStation 6, and so forth and so on. But what they're talking about in regards to the exclusives that you, Team Blue, so often say, hey, we got the exclusives. Yeah, but a lot of times it's exclusives you don't want. And good chance they're going to be putting all that out about a year, 2 years, 3 years after it stagnates on the system. And it's the truth. Instead of trying to grow its platform, even if it's slightly mean the PS5 experience is here, the PlayStation and Xbox experience is here, and saying, hey, if you'd rather see this stuff, let's take the Wolverine game that's coming out that may be up here and everything may be slightly down here. Or it plays slightly better in certain aspects on the PlayStation versus other platforms like Steam or Xbox. Then, yeah, you could say, hey, if you want to experience our first-party games that are made from us, for us, then come to the PlayStation 5. But the thing is, those on Steam are not going to do that. Want to know why? Simply, they're too invested in that platform. It's why you, on Team Blue, won't go to anything that's on Steam. Because why do you want to spend extra money to rebuy your stuff on Steam, on Epic? Now, another thing I've been hearing, and this goes back to Xbox way of things. Some people are saying it. Now, this is a rumor I've been hearing for the past, 5, 10 years, that multiplayer on this will eventually be no longer behind the paywall. And I heard that statement from Asher. I wouldn't say Asher herself, but I've been seeing it on the Xbox website, news website, and so forth and so on, that, hey, guess what? The multiplayer will be no longer behind a paywall. Let me give you some context. Meaning that a couple years ago, Xbox stated that if you play Fortnite, Roblox, Rocket League, or games of that ilk on this system, we will not have that game behind a paywall. Meaning, if you want to play with friends, a Fortnite with friends, you don't have to have a Game Pass subscription to play that game with friends. But if you want, the voice chat, yeah, you're going to have, certain things. I think that voice chat was included, but still, that's one of the things that they kind of stated. Now, they're talking this time around, it's going to be geared toward games that are like Borderlands, Titanfall, Fallout, Halo, Destiny, Call of Duty, that have multiplayer to it, and plus others that have a multiplayer aspect that, hey, you're low income and can't afford Game Pass, you're able to have a game in your library and still play with friends. Now, here's where I said I'm going to bring up the aspect of low income, and I brought it up before you all. If I see the comments, I'm going to tell all of you, tell me you didn't watch the whole video without telling me you didn't watch the whole video. Games like this, like these, Destiny, Halo Wars 2, Fallout, Titanfall, Borderlands, many more are available. Like these games here, I could rent games for if this had a disk drive, I'd be able to play physical media on my console, thanks to my library. That's right, my library rents out video games. So if you have a PS5, a Nintendo Switch, or an Xbox with a disk drive, you're able to check out a game and play it for free. And a lot of libraries do that because they understand people might not have money for the brand new game. Or whatever the game costs digitally. So, if you have a disk drive, you can rent a game for free for a few days and try to see if you like it. So, yeah. And another report is coming out that states that more and more people are buying games on sale. That means, I know games like Pragmata just came out recently. They're wait. Even though Pragmata is a very good game, I picked it out. It's one of the few games that I picked out full price. That many people are waiting to buy it on sale. Hell, the first you can complain all you want, but it's $1. The first the Battlefield #1 for current systems, whether the Xbox One or XS system, is $1. The Ultimate Edition for it is $2. Wow, real cheap, right? So, again, for everybody out there, how do you save money when brand new systems are so expensive right now? They're $800, $700, $800, $900. Simple. My boss, for his grandson, wanted to buy a PS5. My boss has money. I know that. I don't blame him for wanting to save a couple of bucks and not want to spend through the nose for something brand new that his grandson is going to play for, once a month, twice a month, and that it's just going to sit on a shelf, collect dust. What did he do? He went to a pawn shop. He got a PS5 Pro for $300. Something I've been advocating here on this channel for about a year. Matter of fact, it's in that video, gaming on being a low-income gamer. Now, what's the other good thing about going to a pawn shop? Guess what? If you have a disk drive, good chance, and if you get a chance to check the games, you could get games on physical media on the cheap, whether it be $5, $10. Now, not to mention, see this Xbox One S? I didn't buy it brand new. off the shelf at Walmart or Target or GameStop or Best Buy. I got this at a local pawn shop. I didn't pay full price for it. Well, I paid $200 for it, maybe $250, but guess what? Layaway. That's right. Over a couple of months, I gave that pawn shop money for this. A few bucks, whether it be $5, $10, $1. As long as I was paying on it, it stayed on layaway until I was able to pay it off. That's the beauty of it. That's where I'm telling you, if you need something, if that next-gen Xbox, next-gen PlayStation, hell, the Steam box when it comes out. Yeah, wait until the pawn shop has it. Get it on layaway. Wait, see what the price is. If the next PS6, the Xbox, whatever it is, Helix, Xbox 2, whatever, wait, if it's $900, $800, wait for it to go on layaway, pawn shop. Pick it up on pawn shop. You know what I'm probably planning on doing? Seeing if my pawn shop or one of the pawn shops I could work a deal at has a Series X, so I could have disk drive instead of mostly digital. And not only can I pop in games that like not Fallout, Halo Wars that I have as a disc, I'm able to play it. Not to mention I'm able to play physical movies that I have that I don't have digitally. So that could be a thing. I have to see the price, see if I can put it on layaway, see how much it will cost me, and when I have money, put it on that way. Not to mention is I get, for those on Team Blue, when you have a PSN Plus account, you get like a couple of games free for a month. With, I know on Xbox, with their different plans, you can get between 400 to close to 600 games per available to you. So if you are, if you only have $10 extra a month, you get about 50 games that you can play on here. Meaning the standard edition is $10 a month. You get 50 games, so that's a value, especially if you're new to Xbox gaming, or if you have the basic plan on PlayStation Plus, PSN Plus, the lowest possible tier on that, and you get a couple of games. But you have to have, in order to keep those games running, you have to have a PSN Plus or a Game Pass game. Now, yeah, so that could be some value. I understand that $20 a month, $25 a month can be a lot for a lot of people. Sales. If you're on the Xbox side of things, one of the things I put in that video is the app and what Xbox. It's harder to do without Game Pass, and you get more with the higher tiers, and that is you can earn points on Xbox and redeem those points. And I just put the card away too. That's going to be the other card. You could turn in those points for gift cards. That's right. You could turn in those points and get like $5, $10, $25, all the way up to $100, and use that $100 gift card for games like, again, Halo Wars, Fallout, Pragmata, Mouse PI, and guess what? Giant Foods, Martin's, does the same thing. You buy stuff at Martin's, they give you points, and you can turn in points to get money off your total, or you can use it to get free items. Same thing. And I've done it many times before. I've gotten I hit like $90, and when the spring sale hit, guess what? I got a bunch of games for my system. That's what I did. Heck, I've used those points for brand new games that have come out. Hit $25. Hey, at the end of the month or at this point, I'm going to have just $25 left. This is an 80 game. I have 40 points on my card, or it's a $60 game. I got 42 points, 45 points. I'm, enough for $45 off the game. Guess what? I'm turning that in. I'm getting a brand new game for $25. So I'm happy. Yes, it cost me a little bit of time, a little bit of effort of logging into the app to get daily points, playing Jeweled through their app to get more points, having a game such as Fallout, just playing on the menu screen, playing on my system, just so I can get points, turning on my laptop, launching Solitaire to get even more points, to bulk up all those points so I could get something for free next month, next week, next month, 6 months from now, a year from now. Heck, right now, by the end of this week, I'll have 19,000 points. That means I'll have close to $20, $19 that I'm able to take off what other game. So if I see a game on sale saying, I want that game, guess what? I got me a free game to add to my collection here. Do the same. I'm not saying those of you who have a gaming PC and you want to take advantage of the sales on Steam, on Epic Play, do it. If you could get Pragmata for $10 and you got $10, pick it up. And yeah, out of everybody, Steam has a better return policy. We didn't bring up the aspect of the DRM issue on PlayStation because I'll still want to wait a few more months. It's still within that month and a half time frame. And a lot of what I've heard about the PlayStation DRM, though it sounds a little bit scummy, I want to see what happens in a month or two in regards to excuse me, in regards to what happens 6 months down the road, to see about that DRM. Because again, 2 weeks, then a month. What happens when you buy a game like Pragmata? I get it. There have been hackers that were able to fool the system, get money back, and so forth and so on. Yeah. But I want to see what happens a month from now. Not just a month, 6 months from now, a year from now. I want people to revisit that DRM issue by getting those games after everything was implemented. Because it affected games starting April, but everything prior to that, different. Meaning, if you bought games from like March 31st onward of 2026, yeah, the DRM issue will take place, but older games that you bought, yeah. Even though I am, again, I'll also say this, before I do the usual ending aspects, would I like to see Dark Cloud, PlayStation Star Cloud on this? Would I like to see Spider-Man on this? Would I like to see Gears of War on this? Yes. Would I like to see Parasite Eve on this? Yes. Will I see it? No. But I would like to. I would like to see Valve put, because they took it off the store to purchase Left 4 Dead, Left 4 Dead 2. I want to be able to play it on this. I want to be, it's backwards compatible. I have the legit hard copy from my Xbox. I can't put it on here and play it. Why? Because simply digital, no disc drive. But I like to get it digitally, but I can't because Valve. Either way, this has been a 45-minute. The C-130 has. We don't have to deal with the train. We just have to deal with a C-130. Yeah, C-130. It's been 45 minutes. I'm happy that, for those of you who stayed this long, I'm happy that you stayed this long. At least the C-130 has a tendency to go by faster than the local trains. So take care, everybody. If you like this video, hit that like button. If you want to see more long-form content, more videos from me, hit that subscribe button, hit the like video. If you don't like what I said because I'm team green, low income, whatever the frig, hit that dislike button. Guess what? It still helps the video out in the algorithms. If you want to put that you hate Tim Pool in the comments, fine, put it in the comments. If you want to put how much you like Tim Pool, or you like or hate Clownfish TV, put it in the comments. I'll be glad that you did. Tell me how you're managing the high cost of gaming, whether you're Team Blue, Team Green, or Team PC, or Team Red, in the comments. How you're dealing with the whole aspects, and your piece of plastic of choice. How you dealing with them being a dick. Yes, they're all tend to be dicks at some point. So, I'm the Captain Podfather, and welcome to the channel. Later.